Hello everyone and welcome back, or simply welcome if it's your first visit here. Life has slowed down on all levels after the big move. It's time to just absorb what I've achieved and the magnificence of my new home environment. I'm permitting myself moments of simply being, trusting that I'll get my work done when I'm ready. I love the nothingness and fullness of all that surrounds me in everyday life at last, as nature reminds me that slowness and peace often go hand in hand. Even in terms of doing this vlog, it needs to be relaxing for me or it won't be aligned with my intentions for it. So that's how I'm approaching its creation, with ease and gentleness, and of course with enjoyment. There have been many icy mornings with frost covering the land until the sun kisses it away. Mornings like these have been followed by the most perfect sunny days. A new joy every day is the wildlife I see. I'd almost forgotten from previous chapters of life just how lovely that is. I love the randomness of it especially, like seeing kangaroos every day and realising that they are mostly comfortable with us here. Well, except when I disturb their breakfast by driving out too early. It was a bonus to watch these two fighting up on the hill at sunrise the other day too. The Rural Fire Service has been back to do more training on my land, which also keeps my bushfire risks lower. I'm feeling blessed by all the little things that add to my days. I've been enjoying gentle walks, which is the only way I can walk now. But since there have been times in my life when even that ability has been removed, I just take what I can get these days with gratitude and grace. I've been returning to places that have been a bit inaccessible due to the long grass and the snake hazards that come with that. But this time of year is perfect. It's too cold for the snakes to be active or angry, as the eastern brown snake can certainly get. You don't muck around with those. There have also been some ridiculously windy days, as well as the perfect ones. But I'm determined to connect or reconnect with every inch of my place before snake season returns. I'm not worried about them for me. I grew up with snake awareness. Anyone on the land in Australia does. But it's our dogs who didn't. with slowness comes the ability to see more than fast living allows. I've been discovering worlds of moss and fungi and aspects of the macro world not so easily visible to an impatient passing eye. Living out of town now means there is a different way to drive to the main town south where my mum lives. It's about 90 minutes drive away. Going the most direct route means taking this gorgeous road. Some would opt for the sealed roads, but I love this one. It's supposed to cut about 15 minutes off the trip too, but I take it slowly and enjoyably, so I'm not sure if that applies to my trips or not. I don't focus on such things and would take it either way, as it cuts out a fair slice of highway driving. It's relaxing and just a gorgeous journey. This footage is taken over a few trips, hence the changing skies and light. I've travelled it enough already to have fallen in love with its varying scenes. Choosing the slower road represents the way I like to live, taking the scenic route where possible, and the one that will delight my senses the most. It's a good way to live in a world that keeps trying to get us all to speed up. I've found that the more I slow down, the more life accommodates that. I'm not scared of missing out on how the majority of people are living. I'd be more scared of missing out on these experiences. Another thing I love about this road is that on each of my return trips, it continues to sink in that this is actually my road home. What a place to live. Anawan country in Australia sure is magnificent, and I'm incredibly grateful to have heeded its call home. Thanks for sharing the journey. Until next time, try to remember that it's okay to live at a pace that nurtures your heart the best. It's just a new habit to create, a process that becomes natural after a while.